my lovelies? So, option to march or anything on the spot if you need to. We are going to do our same back. So this is a number orientated workout. So you've got your number, the number is 20. Last week we did 10, I believe, each side. This week we're going to go through each of the exercises and we're going to go back to back. So they're going to complement each other as a step, okay? So let's make sure I've got my, because you know, I like to have this on. Because if I don't have a workout, it's countless, I've actually timed it on this. Yeah, there's no calorie burn. I don't know how much I can eat after this class. So, marching, walking on the spot, wherever you feel comfortable. I have my kettlebell here, because we're going to go into squat, lift, and deadlift. Do you remember that position? So let's do a practice run of that position. So it's a squat, lift, here. Good. Squat, lift. Now, we're just going to work through, without the resistance, that single leg movement. We're doing alternating sides. We won't do an alternating side when we come into this. I'm squatting, I'm lifting, I'm leaning forward from the hip, bending this knee. So I'm doing, you can use the weight when you need to. Down, up, lean. The one-legged, it looks like warrior one, doesn't it? The warrior lunge that we did here. Center. So this is just a little warm-up set to get your balance. It is easier using weight, personally, I think. And we're going to do one side only, so you will get your balance. So this is making it a bit more challenging at doing each side. When I get into those legs. So I did the first leg workout yesterday. I couldn't run. My calves been blowing me up. I don't want to aggravate it. So this is nicely doing the job without being too much for me. These fitness instructors make out they're all fit, don't they? Get injured, everyone knows about it. Oh, don't be just, I don't know what to do with that fitness. We go lots of walking and stuff with the kids, so kind of not need to be out of it. There we go. So if I show you side view, if you're not there already, again, you can always do a lunge if you prefer in the warm-up. So it would be a squat, lift to one side, extend to that warrior squat position, back to the center. Yeah, squat or lunge. So this is the option that I've been doing. Or you can do, if you're finding it a little bit more challenging, is a lunge behind and then squat and lunge in that center. So keep going for me because I'm warm. You keep going through. I'm just going to explain how that's going to work. So we're going to do that as exercise 1. 10 one side, 10 the other side. And then we'll go into our dips. So if you haven't gotten where you can just do normal curtsy squats, but if you have got your dips, the way it goes, so you don't have to practice just yet. Keep going through your warm-up, because most of you will get this anyway. So you've got, and back to center. So that's hard to do last week. So I'm using my hips straight forward. I'm using my core to drag the foot back. And if you can, try and get that heel all the way behind. Knee bent, front leg, and then that dragging of the foot in contact is where you're going to pick up a little more friction and make it a bit more challenging. So the same thing I've said, I'm only doing this purely for example. So you're going to do the right way. You're going to keep going with your squat. Unless you want to practice, it's up to you. We're just going to just show you the move. So what we're going to do is, first round, 5 rounds. Squat, 10. Squat, other side 10. Curtsy, 10, 10. That can be 1 round. We're going to do it 4 times. So last week we did 5 times because we're doubling the numbers, you don't want to do as many as that. So keep squatting and lifting, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of breathing, then we're going to change exercise. I'm going to work on upper body and a bit more core as well. I'm going to slightly tweak some of the exercises we've been doing, but that in itself is going to really home into you. So if you're still going, keep going. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds, and then we're going to go through those exercises together and break them down. So 10, 10, 10, 10. I will tell you to move on to the next one. I'll be counting the reps for me, but if you want to jot them down, sometimes it's just make a little marker so you know where you're at. Okay, so I'm going to start in 10 seconds time, and I'm going to use my weight here for the first exercise. 10, lifting to one side, squat and then lift, and then switching over. So when you're ready, we're going to start in about 5, 4, 3, 2, so I squat, I lift, here. in. Don't have to use the weight. I find it easier for that balance. 4. Look to the ground. 6. 7. Think about that balance. Take your time, don't rush it. 8. 9. 1 more. Good. Other side. Squat. Lift. Feel it, that calf. Just go a little bit easier on this side. 2. 3. 4. Think about each movement on this one. Building up strength and movement patterns. It'll get harder as we can start integrating a bit more towards each other. Get that back. Oh. That's my 10. And then I'm going to do, again, slower is better on these. Speeding them, you're not creating friction. So you want to make sure that you're slowing it down. So from here, 1, to the front. 2, 3, 4. Full range as much as you can. 5, the lower you're going to get, obviously, the better. 6, 7, all the way back up. Oh, stabilizers here. Now, what you'll find with these skaters, maybe not the first step, you feel it. When we get towards our last few steps, it will start to really kick in. You'll think, oh, I'm really working harder than I imagined. It'd be simple. You just put them like bands, I love them. Or you curtsy lunge with weights if you want to. That sliding motion activates a lot of transmitters within the body. Balance, coordination, it just stimulates a lot more muscle working. Like I said yesterday, round 1 done. 2 more to go to the workout. My legs, I couldn't run, so my legs are quite heavy. The squat, up. I'm really going to take my time here. So if you need to go a little bit faster than me, please feel free, but I'm not going to rush. I'm going as heavy as I can go with balance. So I'm hitting my optimals here. I don't want it to be too comfortable. And you can always go to that lunge. Bend the knee. Oh. straight belly in. Core needs to really tighten up here for that extension, that forward movement. So you're not hunching your shoulders. Use the knee to bend, concentrate on movement. Good. And switch sides. And the kettlebell over the other side. It's just easier. Squat. If you've got other kind of weights, not kettlebell or dumbbell, it is a little bit easier to manage. Except this movement here is a little kind of the kettlebell. Just at the end, I've got home and I've brought my extra weight. No discs, they're quite heavy ones, big discs. They're not going to do the range of movement. So I want to get close to the floor. And flexibility is quite good. That's why I'm using a kettlebell rather than them. If you want to, if you haven't got flexibility, go for the bigger size weight. It'll complement your body type or your flexibility. That makes sense. It won't allow you to overdo things. If you know you're flexible, go for heavy weight. Don't target so low. Yeah, does that make sense? I know I'm flexible, I know I can get down lower. So using slightly lower weight, smaller weight, and size, not strength or weight. Cool. Step 2. Oh. Just me. That's the only thing you can hear yourself. Oh, let's do this. So, 1. I can start resting. 2, rest my hand out. 3, that pull up, which is the hardest part. This is not back. 4. 5, start with my bad leg first. 6, not usual this leg though. My bad leg. 7. 8. 9. Don't ask what I did, by the way. I don't know. I haven't pinpointed where the injury happened, how I got it. I just knew it happened. Went for a run Friday night. You know, it feels right. Feel right once I get out and warmed up. Little niggle. And then as soon as I got 10 minutes into my run, in the woods, obviously, got to the bottom of the Slotty Hill. Calf fully pinged, goes. What are you going to do? You've got to go back uphill. I was so annoyed. That is the most uncomfortable thing. Obviously, every sitting because it's so undulating all over the place. So when I lifted it off, so people walking through, I was like, I was okay. And I'll be like, ow! And funny enough, my daughter was with me, so that's her favourite word at the moment. Even if she was got hurt, she was, ow! And she's like, what have you done? I felt sorry for all the dog walking. I sound like a howling dog. I've lost count. Can you tell? What's talking to him? It's like everything around adults all day or something. Can you tell? Cool. Slow and belly brings the weight base today. We're concentrating, keeping in with it. Right, my lovelies. Step 4. And the number is 10. So keep, if you need to take a breather, you take that breather. But I really want you to perform the exercise correctly, to the best of your ability, with good form. Core again in. Bend that knee. Go to my core here because I'm really feeling my back. Just think about getting, even if you bounce back on front leg. I'm not using my shoulders to lean forward too much. Bending that knee, calibrating my weight. I'm feeling it in my back. So again, don't let your body twist because it's where it's going to feel it more. Keep it uprightness, break it down if you need to, or drop resistance on. So you can just go from here to here. It's going to be just as effective, guys. Feeling it in your back, right. Switch over other side. 10 on set 3 here. I'm well asking. One of you parts might get it wrong anyway. Or not. You got away with it. 3. Just have hubby going out. Go on, big one. When you train, bottom tissue training, it might not be always the case. Incentivize them a little bit. True or not? I don't know. Let me know. I want to inspire my children too. The kids are really good. They have a good old walk around tonight, doing some music. So after they finish their dinner, they're refueled, healthy food. They do a nice dance around, kitchen running around, dancing to Dance Free, if you've heard of it. Scratch Garden, awesome. Just like dance, dance, breathe. And there's all that timing music. That's the dirt for it. I love it because it's American, but it's quite humorous. Funny little characters. The Weenie Man, which my son likes to call the Winky Man. But, you know what kids are like. And I've lost count again. I'll do one more. Maybe we're not following my count. Instructor mode is definitely off today. What is that instructor mode? Deceptive. Right, where's my sweat? I'm sweating. Now, we're on step 3, yeah? Yeah, I'm taking a real relaxed approach to that. Can you tell? I'm just being easy. This doesn't mean these exercises, are they? Right, for 10. I'm going to make sure that I'm getting my stay on. Because the injury is there. I'm make sure that I'm taking care of what I'm doing. I'm not rushing. When I get injured, just that starts to heal itself. So 2 lovely walks today. Carrying 1.5 toddlers. I do my strength training in the day. And unlike last week, I didn't do my cardio with a couple beforehand. Told you about that, didn't I? Trying to keep it in the family. She's running for charity. She needs to stop being injured so she can maintain her runs. For me being the generous person I am, give you 3 sessions each week. You're all going, hell yeah, Kim. And I did my cousin a session. Still got enthusiasm and love for it, really. Mixing up train myself without having to worry about fitting it in with around kids. Which is what we're doing now. Yeah. By the end of the day. Say to my friend, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I just need you all day. Every moment of the day. Beautiful though. It's totally exhausting. You're not chasing the other one down, so running in the opposite direction, so we've gone upstairs to trash the place. Can I get the other one out of the garden so I get the wind boots all around the place? Or see what's helping out in the garden, digging up the path. Yeah. Man, I've got no flowers left in my garden. I'm ready to plant this plant. Although Thea did try to pick them back up again. She wants the seeds under the grass, the ground, whatever it was. Oh, I just hope they go there. I need one off. I'll do the next one when she's not there. I had a rethink. Well, she'd like it. Yeah, she liked the digging part. The birds probably having a feast. But there's only one packet. Sorry, those of you don't know. There's my little green fingered buddy. Around here, obviously. She's got one little like vegetation ground, self-sustainable. As much courgette as you can eat. Courgette everything. She's lovely, so you go around there for dinner. She obviously courgette sandwiches, courgette cake, courgette soup. I love it, I'm just joking. Healthy. We're really trying to get into it ourselves. Oh, I'm really talking some rubbish tonight. I'm so sorry. Been with kids all day. Put me on mute. Put me on mute. Now's your time. I can't see you doing it. Oh. Oh. I'm guessing that's 10. I don't care if it's not. Feeling it. Doing deadlift and squats yesterday. Was it a good idea? Need to do something. That's good though. I didn't do much, to be fair. It's deceptive, isn't it, when you feel like you haven't done much? It's already finished. Can't properly. Doing my back, so I'm going to just turn the weight down. Good. Oh. Oh, yeah. Right. Last round on these ones. Last set here. Okay, so good. So you can get a little bit lower each time, touch the floor maybe, so you can get it down to touch the floor. That's it, coming back slow. Slowly across. Don't lose the lid or glider. If it goes away from you, you're not got control, you need to put your weight in it and drag it through to get the full essence. That's what they're there for. So even if you can go low, don't lose it. Push into the floor, drag it back with that foot. Weight needs to stay a little bit in that foot so there's friction across it, yeah? Otherwise, it's not becoming a challenge. So you know how much you can put into it. So you can change how hard you want to work on these by slowing it down, pushing more weight into it, or making movements a bit bigger. Trust me, you can do a lot with these gliders if you invest in pair. It's worthwhile. So many more exercises. Next, I'll tell you about them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting now. And I'm feeling it. If I count, I'm feeling it. Coming in. I always do, believe it or not, one extra if I do one really bad. So when you think about counting properly, that is one of the reasons. The other reason is, then because I did it properly, I will do it again. Right. And add on, so I'm there doing 1,000 reps. Okay, next exercise. We're going to glide in and out. So I'm going to slightly change what we're doing here and then add on another exercise. We might do a group of 3 now. So all with the gliders. Or you can walk it out. So here's option 1. So if you don't have the gliders, you're going to step, press, center, and step. But if you have the gliders, watch what I'm doing. I'm going to use the cushion on my knee because I'm sad. My knees are going as well. You can do a walk out, step out to the side, press up. You don't have to use gliders if you don't have to. Otherwise, glide, center. And the idea is to get a little bit of movement from your body side to side, keeping the core tight. Or if you're not using center, walk it center, walk it to the side, walk it center, keeping your hips and twisting, using that depth of movement. That's movement number 1. Movement number 2, if you're using a slider, brilliant, otherwise you're going to hold the plank. Using a slider, one hand static, so your hands slightly in front, and you're going to stretch out, your knees forward, and then bring them back level to here. So you want you to come in, make sure you're not losing your core. So if I do a side vision, here, I mean, you can use the talisman or glide, remember? So here, I'm starting my arms here, so I'm engaging my core to hold this position, sliding out, trying to keep my hips from sagging as I push out. You can do that off the knees. That is challenging. If you are not, those 10 seconds, that hips twisting, other side, just a challenge there. And then the final exercise we're going to add on there is a favourite of mine, but it's awful. You tolerate. So the next one here, we're going to do 3 exercises back to back, 4 rounds and 20. The press up one is going to be a caner. So if you haven't got weights, you're just going to do pull ups. Flat bridges. Otherwise, we are feet are on with the toes slightly lifted on the plate. We lift, extend out, not too far, back, down. If you go too far or you squeeze too hard, you are going to find you get cramp. So you might not be as flexible as I am. Use the floor. Squeeze out. If you're going far, you can just go a little less here. If you haven't got that, you're going to come up, squeeze, tap. Up, squeeze, tap. If you don't want to, then, or you want to go a bit harder, have a band around the top of your thighs and squeeze and lift, like we've done before. I can't remember what equipment you have. But those are 3 exercises, number 20. Let's start it. Trust me, it's going to get pretty tough. So first exercise. Step out each side. We're using the gliders. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, my 20. Oh, grip slightly, otherwise you're going to feel it in your wrist. Okay, that was a dream, wasn't it? So slightly off kilter. So rhomboid, parallelogram. Yeah, you know what I mean. They do teach that LGA. So slightly arms in front, extend, pull back. That's 1. Try and keep your hips straight, tummy in. And the further you go, the harder it's going to work, but you're not trying to drop your hips, you're trying to extend and lengthen from your torso to the side of your body. So you're slightly pushing, not too much weight into that. The further you go, the harder it's going to work. Hips are sagging a little bit, Kim. Come on. That's my 20. I'm going to lie on here rather than anything else. Feet on the X is that cushion. You keep pushing not much on the carpet. Up, out, in, 1. Don't go up too high. It's not about that. It's about hamstrings, not calves. Tummy in. Halfway. If you want to lift your arms, it makes it harder. And I want to. One set done. Ooh, I'm feeling it. Straight onto the next one, guys. Don't wait for me. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm struggling. Oh, 20. Come on. You can do this. Parallel around. Come in. Stop twisting. Release. Come inside a bit more. 3. So you can make it harder by bringing your hands further away. What we do by keeping them underneath your shoulders and come back. Right, so I just wanted to do it like I've seen it before. And the reason why I didn't do right here, give it a go. It's looking hard. Is why. Right, on the next side. That. Keep going, my friends, keep going. That's what we're here for. Support, innit? Get a workout done. 1. Do it with friends. Fun, isn't it? Socialising too. It's the only form of socialising. Outside of our lives, eh? Okay, I'll take that for myself. Being here in the moment with real people, in real time, that's easy. Being still there. Focus on that lift, yeah? Get into those glutes, squeeze from the bottom. Lift, extend, back. So I'm cheating a little bit. I'm bringing my heels in too much. I need to make sure they come underneath my feet, underneath my knees, sorry, not too close. My knees are lifting, so I can drop my bum down. That is my engagement here. So if you're just doing here, pulling it in, and you're shifting your weight forward or under, feels under too much, you're going to get more of a risk of getting cramp, and also you're going to miss that initial lift uptake of the glutes, okay? I'm going to try a little bit closer in my foot stance. So I noticed because when I was doing weights, take my stance wider, which is fine if I want to engage my glutes, but actually what I'm doing free weights, so I'm squatting and going wide because I've got the flexibility. I'm eliminating my core doing heavy work in it, my pelvic floor. So that placement of your foot is really crucial. You're aware of what's going on and what you need to do. Almost there. Oh. Right, round 3. You know, I was thinking about changing it from doing 4, but I can't go back now. Can't do it. Sorry, guys. I was thinking about doing less, but no. 1. Got to do it now. 2. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. I make the floor dirty. Maybe I'll stop this. I shouldn't do that. think it's easier for us to make us feel dirty. Oh, I blame the kids, eh? I'm not going to clean the floor for the end of the week. What do you mean to watch when you've got kids? Or dogs, how they should get better shit. Red has got the best of both worlds. 3, 4, 5. I like this one because that's what we've done on the first two exercises at the beginning. Just really try to strengthen the home in on that area. So you're not going to strain, not too much pressure on there if you do it properly. When you reduce it down, it makes you switch on those core muscles. Straight back. That is definitely getting the shoulders and arms. Come on. Still with me, yeah? Keep it going, guys. We've got it. Right. Up. 1, I'm going to count. That's 1. That's mean business. 2. When I'm getting bored. Not bored, but bored of myself and feeling it. I need to distract myself. 3, 4. I'm getting totally distracted now. 5. Back to count. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's not supposed to be uncomfortable everywhere else in the body, that one, is it? Blooming heck. Right. Might do side press ups, filling my wrist a bit. Because I'm being lame. You don't have to. It'll be the gardening I'll be doing. Make it down lower. So I didn't know if I told you guys. This loser went in the new kids park and they've got monkey bars and they go up in a like arch. So I gave it a go because obviously that's the kind of person I am. I did it, no one thought I'd do it again, didn't I? We'll see. I was like, I was showing off. I got it, and everyone was really impressed. I'm sure they weren't. In my head, they were. It's tough, man. You've done monkey bars. These are one that so they're not just normal monkey bars. They're in a curve. So they go up higher and go down. And once you get momentum, once you get past the first couple, you get to the peak and coming back down is easier. You've got to really control your body going down it. And just to right that swing to not overswing it. And the grip strength, seriously. The first grip, if you get it, you're falling. So get what these women ninja worries about. And I can never get it on the first grip. I had to try a couple of times. Not that I'm going to, I don't feel like it. The only thing I could do is what the kids will do, because obviously they're better than me. And they couldn't do the monkey bars, but by heck, I reckon a couple of years' time, when they're 7-year-olds could. But they were getting over the top of it and climbing over it like it's a rainbow at the top. Their feet, and how much Jameson did it. My boy is 5. Nerves wreck us underneath it, going, oh my gosh, don't show this. They're all doing it, and they can do it so easily. Luckily, Thea couldn't get on there, otherwise she would have given it a go, because my Thea, that's my daughter's name, Thea, has no bloody fear, so she would have done it. And then just launch herself at me, because she thinks I'm her spell safe. I have to catch her every time she comes up anything. That kind of movement. Always thinks I'm there, the monkey. Of course I am. It's not exactly fun for me. Right, last round. And then I can just leave you in peace for the evening. Oh, that's stuck. Come on, glue that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 9, 7, 6. Why is that sticking? 5, 4. That's not helping. 3, 2, 1. Blowing buggers sticking to the blooming floor. That's not too bad, was it? What do you reckon? So I was going to add on, let's do a stretch, a couple of extras on there. I only added on one exercise tonight. I'm going to mix it up a little bit more. The only reason I didn't do the other extra ones is they're a bit more bouncing and